We are not visible, we have no form, but we exist eternally as that energy, as that power that can imagine. It is sleeping, it's dormant, it is sleeping inside, and just like that, it creates images, and it is possible to make all kinds of images. That power that we have inside, what we are. And we have no form, but we start to make up forms. It's possible in our imagined power. And then we create this world with forms, and we step into that world. And then we feel lost. Of course, because you step into imagination. How can you step into something that does not exist? Then you must fall deep into nothingness. You fall deep into a hole, and this hole is just the circumstances of that what you created with your mind, with your power. And you try to go home in your blissful feeling that you are in that hole of blackness and dormant, veiled, non-existing thing that you created. We only know this creation, this imagination. That's what we know. We don't know what we are, and we feel it, but we feel it and search for it in that dark hole where we fall in this world. And the reality, the real thing that we are, is for our mind that sees these objects, that makes up objects, that reality is a black hole for our mind. But the world, the creation, is a black hole for our reality. The real self that we are is not a black hole, but we see it as a black hole, and we are afraid of our real self. But it is that which has no form, but it is so much alive that it made up this world while you believe in. How much and how great is that power of you that it can imagine this movie, this play, and you go into that movie not as your real self, but as a made-up self. What you are here in this world with forms is a made-up self. It is not really you. You cannot die in that world because you don't exist in that world. Still, we all are so attached to this imagined world that we really die in it because we believe our body form. We believe this imagination, and then we really get into it and have a body, and the body dies again and again until we stop believing this made up form. Then we are in the reality of ourself, which is not visible for eyes and ears, but it is really sensitive. It is what you are. It is the formless being, eternal, and there is no death. If you die in this body, you return to the deathless place that you are. That's the safest place, your own self. And we are searching in the imagination of our mind for safety. Well, we are in a dark illusion. We live in an illusion. There's no safety. There's only searching and feeling hopelessly lost. And you wake up and find your real self, and it will not be dark there anymore. After seeing this world, you will be so grateful and happy that you enter your own real self, which is full of bliss and light. For the mind, it is dark, because mind cannot visualize it, cannot see it, cannot imagine it, because mind itself is imagined. How can something that is not real see something that is not visible but real? Something that is not real can never see something that is real. First, it has to become real itself, and then it recognizes itself. And inside you is the most blissful state. And in the meantime, go on and play your play in this imaginary world. So there is happiness on both sides. Happiness for your reality that you are, and the joy of playing. That's good, huh?